looked like Matt Paradis left early today. What happened?
Yeah, I think he just got some back tightness. So he's actually not going to be here tomorrow anyway. He was excused for personal thing for him months ago. So I just said, hey, get him inside, get him treated, because he's going to have to get on a plane here soon. And
How about Robbie? He missed again. So.
yeah, he has a personal issue back in Florida he's dealing with. So hopefully we'll get him back here soon. But I told him, to me and family and stuff like that's more important than anything else. So I said, hey, go handle it and come on back when you can.
It looked like Terrace was getting a lot of the snaps he got when he was out here. Has he advanced that much so far?
I think Terrace is doing a good job, trying to move him around. I've been really pleased with Shy Smith. I think one of the standouts of camp so far has been C.J. Saunders. I always pay attention to the quarterbacks. I think they love throwing him the ball. They know he's going to go get it. Omar Bayless. I think we've had a lot of guys, but we're trying to force feed Terrace and bring him along as fast as we can.
What do you notice about the competitiveness of the team when you have these more goal line, short yardage type practices?
Yeah, I think there's two things. You come off a day off, and a lot of teams usually can come out lethargic. I'd say last week, after a day off, I wasn't too pleased. I think, secondly, when you say, hey, it's going to be live goal line, it's short yards, it's 9-on-7, it's team run, you find out a little bit about your team, right? Do they push back or do they accept it? I mean, our guys at the end, the ones were screaming to go out there again. So, it's live goal line. They got their 4 reps and they wanted one more shot. So that part of it I like. We have a lot of things we have to work on, but that part of it, at least today, I liked.
Matt, have you kept in touch with Robbie, or do you just sort of tell him?
Oh, yeah, I talked to Robbie, and really Frizz, Frizz has been coaching him for a long time, so Frizz talks to him. So, all of our guys, when they go through things, I stay as in touch as they want me to. They don't need me to be invasive, but they need to know that I'm always there.
What do you learn mixing, first, second team guys all in together today? I guess you did a lot of that today.
I think we do that all the time, really. The only prerequisite is you can't put a guy in with the ones who's going to get somebody hurt. So if guys show that they can practice, well, a lot of guys just need an opportunity. And so a guy like Daquan, we go live goal line. Maybe I give him 2 reps, then put Bravion in as a 1, see what he can do. Then I maybe put Phil Hoskins in. So I want to give guys opportunities to show what they can do, and that's kind of always been our philosophy. Just get guys in there, and maybe someone flashes.
Who's a guy who I guess you probably didn't think you could give responsibility to when this camp began, that you're saying, okay, maybe I can actually throw some things on this guy?
I wouldn't say there's anyone I didn't think that. I would say as always, there's a couple guys flashing at camp. I mentioned C.J. Saunders. I don't think if you come out to a practice, I don't think you've been at a practice where Sean Chandler hasn't batted a ball or intercepted a ball. He plays with tremendous energy. When he makes a thud or something, you can see the whole defense comes running out. I think they feed off that. But I think for the most part, most of our guys, that we're expecting a lot from, they're coming out there, they're being pretty consistent. Julian Stanford's a guy that, his primary role last year was as a special teams player, and really a special teams captain almost for us. And he's playing linebacker for us right now, and he's showing that he deserves to be in the mix. So, we'll find out a lot going through joint practice and the game this Sunday. But as of right now, those are a couple guys maybe that flashed.
Matt, has anyone stood out to you in the backup running back competition there?
I think Rodney Smith has looked really, really quick. When he came here last year, the poor guy was just coming off of COVID, and then we released him, and then he came back in the middle of the season. He looks really quick. I think Chuba's done a lot of really good things. Spencer Brown, I think he's a guy that we'd keep an eye on. Darius obviously being out right now. So I would say I'm pleased with the group, but I couldn't tell you who's ahead of who. I think a lot of it is, young running backs. I want to see them have to pick up blitzes with the quarterback when it's live, and I want to see them, run the football. Like we put one on the ground in the goal line there. So the games will be vital for those guys.
We see Dan Arnold make a lot of catches out here. What do you see when you look at the film on his whole game?
Same thing. He's obviously not a point of attack blocking Y, and so he has to be a functional blocker and a willing blocker, which he is. And I think we're doing a nice job, and just doing a nice job of utilizing him that way, so that when he's on the field, it's not always a pass. So I think he's working on that part of his game, but I think he does the nuances of the game at a high level. He's been around some good coaches. He's been around. He was talking to me the one day about things he's learned from like Larry Fitzgerald. He's been around some guys who who've modeled him like that. And then, he's, as he said to me one day, he came up from Division III football. I mean, he's grateful for everything he has and grateful for every opportunity. So he's, when you hear us talk about the brand and things like that, that's kind of what they look like right there.
Man, with Davion Nixon, how has he looked through a couple weeks of camp? I know for rookies, a lot of time it's a lot to throw at him. How's he responded?
He might be the best singer of all the rookies. Beautiful voice. Him and Thomas Fletcher, beautiful voices. Davion Nixon, I've been very pleased with. I think he's shown some quickness. I think he's shown some explosiveness. The key is, and we talk to our guys about this all the time, who can handle the volume, just the repetitive nature of training camp. And so heading into this, third week, we'll see. But I've been pleased with Davion.
What are you noticing with Brady Christensen's progression?
I mean, he was good the other night, the other afternoon when we ran all those plays. He's a guy that we're going to continue to try to get on the field. Very mature, can pass set. I think he's a really good prospect.
Matt, a week and a half, I guess, of seeing Sam, how would you evaluate how he's looked?
I think he's looked very comfortable. I think he's, for a guy that there's a lot of questions about, decision making. I think he's made a lot of really good decisions. He's a grinder. He's coachable. So I've been nothing but pleased with Sam. I think when he does something that we don't want and we tell him right away, it's got it, and just moves on. So I'd say thus far, I've been very pleased.
Obviously, that's a leadership position, but he's a new guy. How do you balance him trying to take lead of the team while still trying to get his own game?
Yeah, I've challenged him just to get his own game right. We have plenty of guys like that, and I think as the quarterback, as he starts to produce, as he makes plays, invariably guys listen to him and follow him. My challenge to him has been, hey, lead by being the first guy on the field, lead by always knowing what to do, lead by being the most coachable, and I think he's done that. So, there's going to be some good days, some bad days, but for the most part, we have a lot of good days so far.
Any more questions? There were some horrid singers out there too.
Say that one more time.
Christian said there were some horrid singers out there too. So
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some bad things, but there's been a couple of hot spots, high spots. So, and that includes the coaches too. We make all the rookie coaches. We don't make. We invite them to sing. So, we've had some bad coaches too.
how about you?
I think I did it last year. It's on a tape. So I did, okay. Oh, he has it on a tape somewhere hidden. I probably wasn't very good.
What's your song of choice?
I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did.
I don't remember what you did either.
So
Couldn't have been
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
forgot it.
yeah. Very unmemorable. So.